Video games are just not hitting the same anymore. If you're like me, a young adult, possibly married, or have a child, or just looking to blow off some steam as a young man after a busy day, you might be turning to video games to seek that relaxation too. If you're also like me, you've been playing these games since you were in diapers. The story I have of myself is my parents would say I would come home after kindergarten at what, age 6? Side note, I wasn't in diapers at this age, just to clarify. I was young, okay? Don't roast me. But after I would come home from kindergarten, I would have it with school over it. A busy day at the office of coloring or whatever I was doing in kindergarten. So I would walk in my house, barely acknowledge my parents, give them the little head nod, whenever you see somebody across the street, and literally shut my room door, fully shut, locked, just so I could relax and play probably my GameCube or Game Boy Advance SP for all the old people who know what that is. So that's really how ingrained video games are and have been in my life. So with that story being told, and you might or might not resonate, why is it that now I find myself loading up the newest whatever, Elden Ring, College Football 25, anything? I load it up. I get to playing. I'm about to lock in, and I feel nothing. I remember the feeling I used to have, how cool it was to explore these crazy worlds. I can be a literal god in Skyrim, killing dragons and breathing fire, collecting all the BS just for the sake of doing it, and I loved every minute of it. Now the feeling I have is nothing. So much so to the point of all my consoles are in my closet collecting dust. And my family even recognizes this and actively pushes me to play something because of how much fun I used to have, how much fun I used to get from it. But it's just not the same anymore. If I basically just described you by describing myself, I have to tell you what's really going on. You are being called to a higher purpose than wasting your precious time on video games. The time you have that you could be doing so much more with is to be used for your God-given purpose. Now, I have heard it all before, right? Oh, come on, don't be crazy. Everybody needs that relaxation time once in a while just to blow off some steam. I can't tell you how many times I've heard this. And wow, this advice can be super harmful. Never would I say that people cannot relax and kick back a little bit and enjoy any kind of media just for the sake of needing to lock in and always work all the time, hustle nonstop until you die. No, no. Balance is the key to life, and this is biblical. But sadly, video games now are no longer engineered to be the best that it can be. In very rare cases is that true nowadays, actually. No, video games are now designed in such a way that is similar to social media. They want to maximize the time you play it. Like, sometimes games aren't even considered a game unless you have 50 hours of content in them, no matter what quality, which no game really needs all that. The companies are paying millions of dollars to figure out how we can stay glued to the games, especially multiplayer ones, just so we can stay in the ecosystem, get obsessed, and waste so much time just to grind for a skin on our gun or something. Like, it really is like that out here. Living our best life possible under God, I promise you, is not in these companies' minds. You are meant for something far greater than where you are at right now. And that's why you're watching this video. And can I tell you something? You are actively sinning right now by knowing what you need to do and not do it. Don't believe me? Let's look in the Bible. James 4:17. Remember, it is sin to know what you ought to do and to not do it. I know that you have the Holy Spirit pulling in your heart right now, telling you to do something real for the betterment of the world. You can level up in real life right now and not just in a video game, I promise you. You can become unrecognizable in less than a year if you are willing to accept the responsibility as a man God has placed onto you to be. All this wasted time, I really feel, is an enemy temptation and societal pull orchestrated by the enemy to get us not focused, not carrying out what God has in store for us, simply because he's threatened by the impact that you're going to have for the kingdom. So if you're like me and you want to tap into what you've been feeling, that purpose onto your heart while you're playing video games, join our free community down below where we are cultivating genuine biblical men's fellowship so that we may equip ourselves with God's armor and do his work. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know your experience and feelings towards video games. Thank you so much. I'll see you again soon.